Let's go to the land of the rising sun through these books, stories, and their words, and get to know Japan's cultural and aesthetic beauty. We have books from Japanese author and one book set in Japan from our library collection that you can give a try. These Japanese translated fiction will quickly become one of your favorite to read. Keiko Furukura is 36 and has worked part-time in the same convenience store for 18 years. She has seen 8 managers whom she only refers to by their numbers and more co-workers than she could count. She is entirely content with her life and has never asked for anything more, not a better job, more money, nor even a partner to share her life with. Keiko is pressured by those around her to make something of herself, and the person who understands her best is a raucous and barbaric moron who serves as the typical hyper-aggressive masculine counterpart to her. Convenience Store Women shows us the world of the convenience store and celebrates their workers while also showing us a different way to live in this modern world. The Inugami Curse is a classic murder mystery from one of Japan's greatest crime writers. In 1940s Japan, the wealthy head of the Inugami clan dies, and his family eagerly await the reading of the will. But no sooner are its strange details revealed than a series of bizarre, gruesome murders begin. Detective Kindaichi must unravel the clan's terrible secrets of forbidden liaisons, monstrous cruelty, and hidden identities to find the murderer and lift the curse, wreaking its bloody revenge on the Inugamis. We all have an ikigai. It's the Japanese word for a reason to live or a reason to jump out of bed in the morning. It's the place where your needs, desires, ambitions, and satisfaction meet. This book will help you work out what your own ikigai really is and equip you to change your world. You have a purpose in this world. Your skills, your interests, your desires, and your history have made you the perfect candidate for something. All you have to do is find it. Do that, and you can make every single day of your life joyful and meaningful. The Phone Booth at the Edge of the World is the most moving, unforgettable book you will read this year, which is inspired by true events. When Yui loses both her mother and her daughter in the tsunami, she begins to mark the passage of time from that day onwards. Yui struggles to continue on, alone with her pain. Then one day, she hears about a man who has an old disused telephone booth in his garden. There, those who have lost loved ones find the strength to speak to them and begin to come to terms with their grief. As news of the phone booth spreads, people travel to it from miles around. Soon, Yui makes her own pilgrimage. But once there, she cannot bring herself to speak into the receiver. Instead, she finds Takeshi, a bereaved husband whose own daughter has stopped talking in the wake of her mother's death. Simultaneously heartbreaking and heartwarming, The Phone Booth at the Edge of the World is the signpost pointing to the healing that can come after. The Cat in the City is a love letter to Tokyo and its people by a writer who spent 10 years living, learning, and working in Tokyo. The Cat and the City is a collection of short tales, all tightly interwoven together. Each one intimately ties the reader to a Tokyo resident who takes us on a journey down the city's streets, along its metro lines and its whiskey bars and karaoke joints. Nick Bradley's Tokyo is an enormous and vivid tapestry, with each thread revealing the life of a person who has lived and worked there, who has shed tears and blood for Tokyo, who struggled through their darkest days and celebrated their greatest victories in Japan's great metropolis. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Although it takes place in the summertime, this charming Japanese novel in translation makes for a charming, cozy winter reading experience. At a small Tokyo cafe, patrons sip coffee and travel through time. Yes, this is a time travel book, but not your typical action-packed science fiction. Heartwarming and quirky, the story follows 4 customers who enter the cafe in search of time travel. The most important rule they learn: your trip through time only lasts as long as your coffee stays warm. Hope you have liked these novels from Japan and you'll pick them for your next read. We'll bring more such book recommendations. Till then, take care and happy reading.